Welcome to 5th grade book talks for November. Yes, it's me, Sarah, the Book Talk Librarian from the Saratoga Springs Public Library, and I'm back during the month of November to tell you about some awesome books. No matter how hard Clea tries, she can't finish her homework on time. And when she's in school, she often says whatever pops into her head without even thinking. Her schoolwork and her friendships are suffering. She gets diagnosed with ADHD and struggles with her diagnosis. Read this book to see what it's like living with ADHD. Focused by Allison Gerber. Paul, along with his friends, Shanks and Peephole, those are nicknames, love solving mysteries, but live in a really boring town. Then one morning, hundreds of rubber duckies appear on a neighbor's lawn. Finally, the trio has a mystery to solve. But everyone in town is preoccupied with preparing for the annual Bratwurst Bonanza. This is a great mystery. Finally, Something Mysterious by Doug Cornett. Iris is deaf and uses sign language to communicate. She loves science, and in school she learns about a whale named Blue 55 who can't communicate with other whales. Blue 55 is known as the loneliest whale in the world. Iris feels that way too a lot of the time. Through her love of fixing old radios, Iris sets out to find a way to communicate with Blue 55. This book made me cry at the end. Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. First, there was the graphic novel Click, and then Camp, and now there is Act. Olive is now in 6th grade, and she is excited for her first field trip to New York City. After the trip, she learns that one of her classmates could not attend because she couldn't afford to, and the school has a policy that students must pay for their own field trips. Olive knows that this is not fair, and she decides to act. And that also means running for student council. Act, a graphic novel by Kayla Miller. If you like survival stories, this is the book for you. Adam's parents are missing after the 3 of them are involved in a car crash. He knows they swerved off the road when a giant humanoid beast appeared in the front of their car. Adam knows that this beast is Bigfoot, and he is determined to find his missing parents. He spends 2 months surviving on his own in the wilderness. But is he really alone? Read this book to find out. Beast by Watt Key. Class Act is a companion book to the awesome graphic novel New Kid. Jordan and his friends are now in 8th grade at Riverdale Academy. While Jordan worries that he isn't maturing fast enough, this book really focuses on Drew. Drew's grandmother always tells him you have to work twice as hard to be just as good. Drew really begins to see this compared to his privileged friends at his school. Just like New Kid, this book is filled with humor but also tackles some very serious issues. Class Act by Jerry Craft. This book is a very silly take on classic children's literature. Timothy, twins Barnaby and Grace are just old-fashioned children living in New York City. However, they do not like their parents and plot to become orphans. But their parents don't want them either and plot to be free of their children. Mix in an abandoned baby, a caring nanny, and a millionaire, and you have the very silly book, The Willoughbys by Lois Lowry. You also have the new book, The Willoughbys Return. Brooklyn, who is a 12-year-old master computer hacker, joins 4 other children from across the globe to become a British intelligent super secret spy. The group's next mission is in Paris, where they must stop a supervillain. This is a thrilling action mystery and the first in a series, City Spies by James Ponti. All of these books are available to borrow from the Saratoga Springs Public Library, and most are available on Overdrive and the Libby app. Happy reading!